the best place is actually on the balcony, and it's
We're live.
really hot.
Hi guys.
I thought you were gonna say something.
No, because
Yeah, JD was-
that's the only place that has good internet. Okay, hello, good morning, everybody. It's
Yeah.
Belle, JD, Sham, and Soraya.
Good morning.
And if you're
everyone.
wondering, JD was just complaining about something before we went on live, but we
Yeah.
cut him halfway. Are you gonna
Yeah.
continue complaining about it, JD, or we
Yes,
stop
oh
right
my
there?
goodness, the hotspot, the internet, oh my goodness, and it's actually hot. No, I'm kidding. Okay, let's move into it. It's another Monday at 11 a.m. It's FB Live on LITE, and we're all here to connect with you because we've missed you.
We really do. Human interaction.
Yeah. So,
How are you
how has
guys?
everyone been?
Yeah.
Apart from feeling like yesterday was just today is just like yesterday. Been good. So it's today's the fourth day of me fasting. It started on Friday. So how a lot of people were there were a lot of talks on how people were feeling sad about how different the fasting month was going to be. A lot of these sadness would come from my wife, because usually on the first day of fasting month we will go to my in-laws house, but now we're doing social distancing. But other than that, I kind of feel like for me especially, I'm just sharing with you here, because my shift starts at 4 and finish at 8, so I would usually have to book a puasa at the office, right? Because buka puasa time is about 7:30-ish. But because of the MCO, and I think a lot of people are able to break their fast with their families. The only thing that is missing is how people are missing the Ramadan bazaar and going to the mosque at night. That's the only thing that's missing out. Other than that, I think so far the fasting has been going pretty well. I don't need to I don't need to park 500 meters away from the office, and while on empty stomach, walk 500 meters to the office from where I park. So I'm just sitting back, relaxing, trying to do a bit of reading here and there as well.
That's nice.
That's me. How are you guys doing?
Soraya?
Well, Soraya doesn't need to fast, so how have you been doing? Like, what do you think when you heard that the MCO has been extended for another 2 weeks?
Yeah, so I think it was something that we all saw coming, right? We all expected it to be extended.
Yeah.
I think the general sentiment is that yes, this should be extended for everyone's well-being, but it's weird. Like every time there is that announcement, that announcement, I'm like, yeah, I know it's going to be extended, but I still feel down for the rest of that day. It's just kind of like, all right, we're going to be on pause for a while more. I noticed that I do feel quite, a little sad on that day that the announcement is made, even though I fully expect it, and even though I know that it's for the good of everybody.
Yeah.
But I think the next day I'm fine. I'm very well adjusted to this routine. I'm almost like JD, where I'm like, ooh, staying at home. I don't have to go outside anymore. So yeah, I've been okay. I mean, I cut my finger with a peeler, but that's
no.
On purpose, just to see how much it would hurt? What's going on?
What were you trying to peel?
I wasn't even. That's the thing. I wasn't even trying to peel anything. I was just trying to clean my the thing where you put all your dishes to dry. I was trying to pull the peeler was there, and I was trying to like take it out and put it back in the drawer, and I pulled it at the wrong place, and so yeah.
Oh man.
So there's proof that Soraya is very appealing.
Oh, oh man! But yeah, that's me just peeling my fingers open. Sorry, what, Sham? Were you gonna say something?
No, from what I gather is you and me, Soraya, we sound like the people who cannot wait for the MCO to be lifted. But Belle and JD, I'm getting this feel that you guys are loving the MCO, that you can work from home. I don't know. I want to ask Belle first. You've had this smile ever since we went live. The first week we went live.
You know what I was thinking this morning? It's like I haven't worn jeans in an entire month. I wonder if I can still fit in my jeans. But the thing is, I feel quite relaxed working from home. No pressure. My kids are safe at home with me. At least I know that I don't need to go out and work and then come back with perhaps the virus. You'll never know. At that point, when we were still working in the studio, JD and I, even though I think it was 1 week after the MCO, right? We were still working in the studio, right,
Yeah.
JD? At that point, every time I went out and came back home, I was a bit anxious, like whether or not I had the virus, So now that I am at home, I actually haven't been out since I have been working at home. Like I haven't been out buying groceries either. So I haven't been out of the house at all. So I feel safe. I feel relaxed, and I feel good to be at home with the kids and safe. So I really don't mind this. And the kids are happy as well. And when my daughter heard about the extension, she's like, yay, no school for another 2 weeks.
This is really like the dream for kids and for JD.
Yeah, but JD, I sorry. Because I'm the sort of person who needs to go out, whether it's for work and I come back at the end of the day and then I see my family. But JD, what about you? Are you the kind of guy who needs to go out, or you are pretty happy with being inside the house?
Yeah, I've merged with the sofa already. We are one and the same being, and I have discovered that I love this. I'm like a hermit. I don't need to go out anywhere. But there is some. It's not normal, right? So I kind of want some normalcy where I'm getting a bit too comfortable here. Like this isn't what life is supposed to be like. I don't know how it's gonna be for me when I do go back to the office and I have to interact with people like in real time. Like we're doing so many interviews on Zoom and it's great and like, hey, how are you and everything, but it's different when you're in person, right? So I don't know how that's gonna be. So I think I'm enjoying this a little bit too much. So I'm a bit concerned. But by the way, just want to say good morning to Desmond Wong. Yes, I do think that was a very good pickup line. Swaran, Liz Hodges. I don't know what's wrong with Liz's internet, but you're on. And also Brian and Valerie, good morning. But yeah, I think
morning, guys.
How is everybody feeling this? Am I enjoying this too much being at home? Is it wrong for me to like this so much?
Are you?
All of us wanted to ask.
You have gone out for grocery shopping and whatnot, right? You've brought your pet rabbit to the vet and all that. Did you like the feeling of going out, or you were like anxious all the whole time?
That was not fun for me going out, to be honest. And I'll be very honest with you. I just think, and people are going to hate me for this, PJ people especially, because I think KL people are adhering to the MCO a bit better than PJ people. Because the moment I hit PJ, and I'm like, what in the world's going on? There's like people everywhere. So I'm just telling everyone, just stay at home. But if you have to, yes, go out. I went out, not because I wanted to. My rabbit was going through something. And I was like stressed going out. I was like driving. Am I going to be in a 2-hour roadblock or whatever it is? So, yeah, I did go out, but it was not a pleasurable experience, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, the thing about going out, is who, me?
Yeah.
Sorry, you're asking me? Okay, so I'm the guy.
Like, did you go out for groceries or yeah?
Yeah, I did. So I'm the one who does the once a week grocery run. But so that's the normal. This is just about 5-kilometer radius away, lah. So that's not an issue at all. There are no roadblocks over there. They've closed certain roads, but there are no roadblocks. But there was one time where me and my wife felt like having a very famous dim sum at this place, lah. So this place is just the next 2 districts away from us. But we calculated, we said, yeah, it's still within the 10-kilometer radius. So, and because the area that I was in, all this while, whenever I'm going out to go buy my groceries, there hasn't been any roadblocks. So I'm pretty confident, even to this place, no roadblocks whatsoever, no problem. I'll be able to go get the food while it's still hot. So as I was on the way and I got stuck in a congestion because of a roadblock, and I was wondering to myself, I was worried about 2 things. Number one, I said, what if they think that this is more than 10-kilometer radius? I'm going to get so in trouble. So I had my electricity bill with me in my wallet. If they asked me where I was from, I'm going to show it to them. Even in my mind, I was like going, if I show them I'm from this place and they're asking me, and if they come back with a reply saying, why are you so far away? And I'm saying, but if you follow this way, it's less than 10-kilometer radius. So that's the kind of answer I was trying to prepare, right? The second thing I was worried about, oh no, my dim sum from this famous dim sum place is just going to go soggy, man. So that's the only thing. So that's the furthest I went.
But yeah, you really do start preparing all kinds. Sorry, go on, Belle. Yeah.
No, it's okay. Jeffrey here actually asked us, do you all miss going to the studios for work? Are you all ready to get back to the studio now that you are all so used to working from home? I think that was the question that we were trying to answer just then. And I think we won't be able to answer that until we had to go back to the studio, right? Because at this moment, this is really comfortable. And especially for JD and I, we get to interview people from all over the world, you know, at any time that we like. And I can sleep in.
Yeah, you're not limited to the hours or the the location of the guests. You don't have to like, okay, all right, well, when can you actually come here? They got to sort out their parking and then like permission with so it's I can imagine it's sorry, Sham, you're gonna
how about for you, Soraya and Sham?
Yes.
Do you miss
Soraya first? Go ahead.
Soraya.
I did at first. I really missed it. I was recording into my phone and I was like, oh, I sound terrible. But then this mic is
we're all professional voice talents now from home.
Yeah, and it sounds great. I was testing it yesterday. I'm like, it sounds exactly like I'm in the studio. It's amazing. So I think with this, it sounds great. Sound aside, I definitely miss some things about the studio. It was just so much easier to just be on air. And now you're recording on your phone and you have to kind of like send it into the system. Yeah, it's like 3 more steps than you would usually have. And I think I just miss being in that environment where it's bustling and there's people around you and it's like, okay, all right, it's time for my shift. Okay, no, it's time for Sham's shift. And there's just interaction and it feels like there's a bit of a buzz around the office. Even just going to the water cooler to fill my water bottle, and of course, air conditioning.
But yeah, I guess you miss walking around another space that's not your home, right?
Yeah, I miss walking. I was throwing out the rubbish the other day. I'm like, oh wow, I'm walking so far. It's not far. It's literally just down the corridor. But wow, it feels like I'm walking such a long way today. I miss walking around, I think. But yeah, that's me. What about you, Sham? Have you been? I'm sure you're itching to get back in the studio.
Yeah, look, I'm very different from a lot of people where, okay, I'm obeying the MCO to the T, and my wife is loving the fact that I'm home with her kids. My wife's like you, Belle, okay? She's loving the fact that we are all at home. Yay, we're all comfortable. Yeah. But I have to be honest with the way I feel. I just can't wait for the MCO to be lifted. I just cannot wait because I want to be in the studio. I miss producing my own show. I think I said that last week. At the same time, the tiny little things that, the interaction with people. Now, of course, having said that, even after they would lift the MCO eventually, or they would lift the MCO, we would have to practice a new norm. That would be different, where you'll start to figure out, do I shake your hands or do I give that hug to you, or
maybe
we don't.
We start a new trend of just bowing like the Koreans or the Japanese.
I think so. Yeah. Well,
or like
this is great. I never liked shaking hands. That was never my favorite thing. So I'm like, actually, you know what? Like how Thais do this thing, right? We should have a Malaysian post MCO greeting that's social distance.
We do. We have one.
I got one. I got one.
Yeah. What's yours, Sham?
Like this, something like that. Yo, what's up?
We should do
and also keep
okay, Sham, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
No, I think we should. All 4 of us, at least, should all agree that next time we see each other, we just greet each other like that. Hi guys.
Like
Yeah.
that, yeah. Well,
Or
I'm gonna
like
add
that,
a bit
yeah.
of I'm gonna add a bit of coolness to it. Like Wakanda.
Wakanda style.
Wakanda style. Wakanda style.
You could mix it up. You could do a Wakanda one day. You could do this one day, and you got to do this at some point. I think
My
now
God,
that
I'm
you've
gonna do
already
all
told
that
us,
all mixed up. I'm gonna
Are we doing the
Wakanda,
aloha
yeah.
now?
I'll do everything.
No, continuing on
So-
what Sham said about the wife enjoying your wife enjoying your company at home, because my
Your
husband
presence.
yeah, your presence at home, because my husband used to work outstation a lot, so he goes he travels a lot, so I don't get to see him that much at home. So for the past 40 days he has been at home, and he is going a bit stir crazy, I think. And I think he's coming down with cabin fever. So it's like he's getting irritated and angry at every little thing. So I'm like,
Is that
I think it's about time you go back to work. Because I am finding it annoying to have him at home the whole time, because he's like nitpicking at every little thing.
Girl, I'm quite the opposite. I'm like I'm chilling out most of the time, but my wife is the main person when it comes to taking care of the house. So
Yeah.
I just follow her lead with this,
Mm.
right? But I kind of feel that she's getting annoyed with me while she's being happy that we are all at home and having fun at the same time. So I've got some habits that are not up to her standards sometimes, certain things that I don't do, so that gets to him. At the same time, I can be quite a pain as well, but she can totally tell that I really want to go out, and she can see my face lit up when she says, I think you need to go and buy some groceries.
I
say,
know.
yes, let's
That's
go.
why I send my husband out for groceries as well. Although, because I am working, so he has the responsibility of taking care of the kids and looking after their online schools and all that. That is why he is being very just nitpicking about everything at this moment. It's like, why didn't you prepare this for your daughter? Why didn't you do this for your son? And I'm like, I am working. You are not. So can you help me do that? So yeah, that is our issue at this moment. Now I understand why in China, after the lockdown, there were so many divorce cases.
yeah,
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah, it wasn't because they've fallen out of love. It's just that all these little things have started to get to you, and you start to nitpick and annoy each other. I mean, how about you, JD? You and your wife, have you guys started? Are you tired of seeing
no.
your wife your
Actually,
face, or the other way
it's
around?
funny because there was a story that Belle actually just mentioned on the show about this. I don't know whether you guys read about this. This girl I think she was put in prison for like 7 days and fined $800 because she missed boyfriend so much. She went and wanted to bring a birthday cake to him or something, right? So it shows the early days of a relationship. I missed him so much. I want to see him every day. Oh my goodness. Fast forward to now, MCO, 1 month over. Oh my God, I gotta send him out for groceries and everything. I can't stand seeing his face every day. And then he's nitpicking, cabin fever. Oh my God, what happened to the love, man? So it's very strange. When you get married, you start to not miss that person as much. I don't know whether it's true, but we're okay.
I'm asking you. You're not supposed to tell me about what I'm going through.
I'm not saying you, but in general, right? But we're okay actually. She's working all the time in her office. I'm working in my makeshift office, and we generally only both get together at like 5-ish in the evening anyway. So we still stick to a pretty set time. Like when it's weekend, it's weekend. I still stick to that format where weekend I do nothing. I read books. She's doing gardening and stuff like that. So I'm okay. I want to kind of get back into a rhythm, because if I don't, the moment MCO lifts, I'm gonna have like withdrawal symptoms or something. I don't know how it's gonna feel.
Yeah, I think so too.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that whole with the whole starting a rhythm thing. That's how I live my life before the MCO. What we're going through now is a new normal where we are 24/7 with our families. And then when we go out, we don't touch, we don't really greet with a handshake. So this is a new norm. What I miss is also the old norm that where my house is the sanctuary, a place where I'm just chilling out. I'm just happy to see my wife and my son. But at the same time, I need to have that breakout time, where I get up in the morning, I'm sending my son to school. He's kissing my hand, I kiss him, and then, okay, bye, have a great one at school. And then I'm doing my business, whether I've got voiceovers, I've got to go to
Your
the gym,
me
or I've got to
time,
go.
right, Chum?
Yeah, all those, those kind of stuff. And then by the end of the day, once I'm done with work, so I feel satisfied, and I come home and I see them, and then I start all over again. So now this new norm is pretty challenging, but
Yeah.
we're going through it,
Yeah. I actually
Yeah.
do miss my me time as well, because right now I cannot take any time for myself. Well, I do actually when the kids are all asleep and my husband's asleep as well. Like I will try to watch some stuff, watch TV or watch some stuff on the streaming platform, things like that. So that is my me time at the moment. But boy, do I miss just going out, getting my nails done or getting a hair wash.
Yeah.
Or a massage.
But you know what? We complain about not having me time and no space and whatnot, right? I've just been reading up on a lot of people like in Hong Kong or in other places where they don't have space. It's just that
tiny
one small space, and you have like 5-6 people living in that area, right? So even though I complain sometimes, oh my goodness, I'm stuck at home, I have my own space for my studio. My wife has her own space for her office work and everything because we're both video conferencing a lot. But we have our own space. So for everyone who's actually, if you're online as well, I think you should also appreciate the fact that if you do have some space in your house where you can take time off from everything, you should really appreciate that, because I'm just looking at all this, like people are, I think Prem Kumar just said, it's getting to me where I wake up, I walk to my table, I'm at the office already right now, right? So it's kind of funny to see that.
Actually, Prem Kumar also said that he's going to feel weird once this MCO ends, because he will have to go out full mask, hands with gloves, hand sanitizer and all that. Are you all planning, when this MCO is lifted, are you all planning to go out that way? Like mask, gloves, hand sanitizer? And if you are, like how long for?
I'm going with a mask. Not necessarily a glove, because I think if you keep your hygiene well, you keep on washing hands, have a hand sanitizer in your bag. I'm just going to go with a mask and then practice social distancing, that whole 1 meter, 2 meter away from. I have a feeling, even if once cafes or restaurants start opening, I have a feeling, I don't know, I think what they're going to practice is, that seating position has to be very distant from each other. I'm all for that. If I'm having coffee.
They'll probably reduce the amounts of tables and chairs they have in their cafes and whatnot. Yeah.
But that's how
Now we have Desmond Wong, who's listening in from Singapore. Your experiences are not much different from our circuit breaker period. Definitely, Desmond. I think how long has it been for their circuit breaker?
I think it's been 2 weeks as well. But they had an extension of the circuit breaker as well. So
for like an entire month,
Yeah, so that's going to be extended as well.
And they can't have bubble tea.
They went crazy for it. You saw, right? That's hilarious.
Oh my God.
Desmond, did you go line up for bubble tea, or did you go line up to get your hair shaved before
or did you go buy furniture?
I know for a fact that when I read that story about the last day before they were locked in and then they got bubble tea, the first person I thought of, oh my goodness, that would have been Belle, because that's how she lives her life. Her whole life revolves around bubble tea.
Oh my God, JD, funny you should say that, because yesterday I just ordered some bubble tea for myself, and I got it delivered. Yeah, I got it delivered.
At least
she loves her bubble tea, Shab. She loves her bubble tea.
I know. I mean, if I were staying in Singapore, I would probably be lining up for it as well, and like stocking my fridge up with it. Or I might learn how to make it and do it myself at home,
Yeah, that's the other way. But I got to ask Soraya, though. You see, the thing about the three of us, we are living with people, right? Soraya's living all by herself. And I just wonder,
like?
is there what's that like? And, is there some person that you have missed so far? Who do you miss the most?
Or have you started talking to yourself?
I do all the time when I'm recording my show every day.
Well, Soraya, I don't know.
I do, yeah. I actually do talk to myself a bit like, oh, time to make breakfast. Okay, is it workout time? Okay, but yeah, I would do that normally. I think, yeah. When it comes to like being irritated by the people I live with, I'm like, I've got nothing but me time. It's just me
Yeah.
in this space. But so I am definitely missing my friends. I'm missing my parents. I see them like maybe once a week. I just made some food for them yesterday. I dropped it off on the way to a grocery run because I don't know if it's flouting the MCO if you drop off some food for your.
No.
I don't know. So I did that. I don't get to see them very much because you try and make and social distancing and all that. So when I went to the house, I brought the food for them, and I would walk past them in the house, and my dad would be like, "Oh, Soraya's been outside." I'm like, yo, so dramatic. So yeah,
So your dad is
I
really
haven't visited
serious about
my
social
family at all.
distancing, huh?
yeah.
I don't blame them because my folks are older, so
definitely.
yeah.
And
But
that's
are
why
they
I'm
within,
trying.
within the 10-kilometer radius of your home?
Yes. Yeah, we're close.
Okay.
We live close to each other. So yeah. And I'm also very worried about passing it on to them because they are older lah. So but yeah, I'm also hoping that the MCO gets lifted soon because my boyfriend is stranded at home and he can't come back here because he had to go home to Jordan to renew his visa.
Right.
And then he can't renew it with Malaysia now because everything is on hold. So then he's stuck there. He can't come back here. And so it's like, wow, I genuinely don't know when I'm going to see him again, which is like, it's a bit bleak. But yeah,
Is this the longest time that you guys have spent apart?
Yeah, so he left in mid-February. It's now, oh my gosh, what is it even now? I've lost track. It's almost
end
Yeah,
of
this
April.
Yeah.
Almost end of April.
End of April.
Yeah.
About
So
2 months, huh?
It's about 2 months. And he's so he went from Jordan to the UAE to visit his brother, and you can't use WhatsApp video calls there.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, so for the longest time we couldn't even call each other. It was just like,
Oh,
yeah. Why are they blocking this service in the UAE? I don't know. I think they have their own apps lah. So yeah, I'm used to it now, and I like my own space. But it's just wondering lah, and it's just like the being in limbo. It's just I don't know when I will see him again. But I think this is a very common narrative for a lot of couples who have all been torn apart by COVID-19. Really, I think
long distance relationships.
Yeah, and everyone is
Yeah, I
wondering
can't-
when they're going
That
to.
should be a new term, man. This is like a quarantine relationship. There should be a new term for this.
social
Someone
distance
started
relationship.
using.
Yeah.
I've heard people using "Love in the Time of Corona" because
Wow.
there's
Oh, that's nice.
Wow.
there's a book called "Love
My
in the Time
Corona.
of." Yeah, so it's
Okay,
definitely.
let me read out some live comments. We have Sunny Young who says that listening to LITE remains pleasurable, regardless whether you're all working at home or at studio. But he misses Breakfast Champion. We miss that too, Sunny. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
Jessica just joined us. Hi. Oh, Keanu said hi and asked
Hey,
Sham,
Keanu.
From our
How
sister
is-
station. Yeah.
how is MCO plus Ramadan for you? We have Sean
All good.
Paul says good morning. Liz Hodges, good morning. Eric, good morning. He says JD Gogo MU. Who else? Let's see. Desmond. Desmond replied us. He said he didn't go for bubble tea, but he did go to shave his head. So
And he said,
Oh man, someone from
he says
Texas
like
here.
come now.
Wow.
That's what
That's the best way to look.
A lot of
Best way to
Singaporean
look.
men, they went to just shave botak because they know that for the whole month they won't be able to go get their haircut. So that's one thing that I think Malaysian men didn't prepare for.
Sam,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
tell you
That's why
what.
everyone's
Sam's challenge
Yeah.
would be, regardless, right? Don't shave. I want to see what he looks
Oh,
like with hair.
come on.
Oh, my
no.
goodness. It'll be so awesome.
Is this a real challenge thing?
Come on.
Oh, no.
do
Are you
it.
challenging
Come
me?
on.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Let me.
Can you both? Can
Okay.
you both not shave like the facial hairs and
Even
the
facial as
and the
well?
hair? Yeah. Can
Okay.
you
Okay.
until
Okay.
May 12th?
Yeah.
Until May 12th.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look.
Okay, no.
All right, okay. Let me tell
Until
you.
May
Let
12th,
me,
but if it extends again, then we'll shave and then we'll trim or whatever. But okay, until May
Okay,
12th, so
so
that's 2 weeks.
about 2 weeks. So I'm gonna look like a caveman, man, because I'm telling you, this is how it grows on me. All right. So I've got very thin hair over the top, so that's one of the reasons why I just keep on shaving it. Right. I think I'm gonna shave it for the rest of my life. So even now, after I shave it, right. So another reason why I keep on shaving is because the process of growing it is just so ugly. All right. It looks if I am able to have an afro, it's fine. But it's trying to be a wannabe afro, which doesn't look good at all. And then my facial hair, see, if I am able to grow, the beard, the stubbles that are so nicely well kept and very
Full, yeah.
compressed and full, right? So that would be good. But mine just one patch over here,
Patches.
one patch over here, one patch over here. It's a horrible look. But now I'm gonna have to do it, lah.
Well, Ida says it's a hobo or COVID fashion, so we should try. You should try.
Okay, I'm going for it. Yeah,
You
okay.
and JD.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean,
Yeah.
the only
Okay.
people
Instead
who
of
are
like,
gonna,
I've seen so many pictures and videos on social media of like wives being forced to shave their husband's head, and it looked worse than I think it will look worse
Wait,
than
wait.
how it
This
is
is
if
not
you
fair
live your
though.
whole life.
It's not fair to just me and Sham. So, ladies, you're not
Uh-oh.
allowed to shave anything else as well for this time. Okay, so if you shave your legs or whatever other parts that you do, you're not allowed to do it as well.
We're fine.
If
Like
Sham
no
has
one
to go
I'm
through
good.
this, you
look
have
at
to go
our
through this
legs
with us.
anyways.
Yeah, JD, I cut my own hair. It was. I think I'm okay to just become
That was
unruly.
good, by the way. Oh
You know
man!
what?
So,
Like,
okay, so
I'll let
none
you
of
in
us
on-
will shave.
I'll let you in on a
Okay.
little secret. Like I have no body hair. I've never shaved my entire life. I have no
Wow.
body hair.
Oh, Chichat style.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah. My
But
favorite.
my logic is just always like even if you have disastrous mustache and beard right now, right, patchy and stuff, no one's gonna see it. You're gonna wear a
Yeah.
mask when you go out anyway. I
Yeah.
mean, I had
Yeah,
a
oh my
large.
goodness!
What?
It's weird that you mentioned that. I was shopping over at my place, one of the supermarkets near here, and and a friend of mine who also lives nearby, I'm in my mask. I look like this. They said, "Hey JD, out as well." I'm like, "How in the world did you recognize me from just my eyebrows? What in the world's going on, man?" I
Yeah.
was wearing
Got
a cap
hair.
or whatever.
No?
Maybe he recognized my cap because I was wearing like a Yankees cap, right? But I'm like,
Yeah.
what? How recognizable are my bushy
Oh, wow.
eyebrows, man? Good lord! Oh
No,
my
but
goodness,
then
Desmond is an agreement for you guys not to shave.
All right, okay, we can do this, Belle.
Oh,
Oh, you guys
I'm
are really
fine.
doing it, huh?
I've never shaved in my entire life.
Oh my
Okay, I
goodness.
won't tweeze my eyebrows.
Yeah, I haven't either. So like Pritam Singh says hello to my favorite DJs from my favorite station. Take care and stay safe to all Malaysians. Stay home and let's flatten the curve. I think that is our general message to everyone as well. We're staying home to help flatten the
Yeah.
curve because that is the only way that we can help fight this virus. That is to stay home.
Yeah, at the moment, I think we can see updates how the number of deaths probably going down a bit, the number of positive cases going down, but number of recovery going up. I know we're looking at positive updates at the moment, but at the same time, I think what the authorities are trying to condition us is for a new norm, which is a social distancing, and still get used to the MCO. Right now, it's been extended to 12th of May, but we don't know how long it's going to go after that. I think in a hint that our Prime Minister gave in the last speech that he gave was, I thought he said somewhere along the lines of, you might have to even get used to not going back to the Kampung for Raya. Now that's a huge thing. And I understand why, because, there isn't, you know how it is for any festivities, there will be an exodus of people just going in one direction, up north, down south, everywhere. So that's pretty much a social gathering already. So we would understand, and people feel a bit said that they might not have to, they might not be able to go back to their kampong. I even had one guy on my Instagram who has seen me at this regular hotel that we usually book for Raya in our kampong in Pilah. So because he has seen me for the past 2 years going back to the same hotel, so he's asked me, so this year I'm guessing you're not booking lah, huh? And I'm thinking, wait, is this guy working for the hotel? So I said, probably not, most likely not. But have there been anybody booking? And he said that yeah, I'm the only one who probably booked. But he needs to so he's a person who's a regular how do you say, a regular customer over there. So I think what he was also trying to say is that, but you need to try and talk to the owners or the management of the place that if I'm not able to go back, if they won't allow us to do the whole what do you call it?
Balik kampong.
Yeah, balik kampong. Yeah, cross district travels. Then I would ask them to refund my money lah. So what I think some people are hoping for is that they would be able to go back kampong, but at the same time they are also preparing for not to go back lah.
Yeah.
And so
what I'm worried about is also like we have open houses, we visit people during Raya, is that even going to be allowed? So how is Raya going to be different in this COVID-19 times? Like, are we allowed to visit friends and family for Raya?
Yeah, because Desmond says Indonesia has stopped interstate travel during this Ramadan period. Did you guys hear about that? You can travel if you're from in the kampong and you want to try and get back into the city during this time. Apparently, there were like 300,000 applications or something. Can you imagine how crazy it would be during Ramadan if people wanted to travel? So I don't think that's a good idea to even do that, So I'm fine. I've been doing this online Ramadan bazaar ordering thing. I haven't gotten anything yet.
Wow, really?
I want to see. So because I really want my Sri Muka, I want my Aga-Aga and stuff like this, right? So I've been trying it. I haven't gotten anything yet, but apparently one or
what
two
do you mean
sites.
You've been trying it, but you haven't gotten anything. So
I submitted
just browsing menu?
the order. I submitted the orders, and apparently the site crashed. They've never experienced anything like this before, so it crashed. So nothing yet. If it comes, it comes. If I get my lemang and my rendang,
quite interesting. There are a couple of e-bazaars sites up now that you can actually get all your Ramadan bazaar food online and get it delivered to you. So I think that's one way we can do it, and we can do I guess Chinese. I remember Chinese New Year. There's Ang Pao as well. So if really we have to still remain under MCO throughout Raya, then we can probably have a e-Raya, Sampol Raya or something. What is it called?
Yeah,
e-Sampol Raya.
E-Wallet Raya.
Yeah, e-Do-It Raya.
Yeah, that's a
but it's totally different, I think, Sham, right? If we still have to go through the MCO during Raya. But I think the government has come out to say that, we can postpone Raya celebrations, but we can still celebrate Raya on the date. I'm not sure how that will work, though.
How are you planning to do it, Sham?
Okay, so I think what's going to happen if for example, we're still under MCO even during Raya. So what we're going to do is obviously there will be no sembahyang Raya in the morning at the masjid and all. But at the same time, I think what's going to happen is in the morning of Raya, we'll probably wear a baju Melayu, baju Kurung, just take pictures, all right? Just the three of us, all right? And then the night before, my wife would have gone a bit crazy trying to prepare something of the kampong style that the kampong food that she has had before. One of the things that she has mentioned is she's going to try and make the rendang, just like how my mother-in-law makes it. Now that's tough, okay? But she's going to try and make that. So far the plan is that if we are allowed to travel, if they loosen the MCO a little bit, like for example, they allow us to go slightly more than 10-kilometer radius, then I will most likely be, or depending on how situations are, updates are, whatever the authorities are saying, I might go back to my parents' place, which is about 15 minutes away, but still, slightly more than 10-kilometer radius. So, or not, we'll be home, dressing up, having food, and probably just SMSing, nobody SMS anymore. Just WhatsApp messaging, video conferencing with friends and families. That's probably the closest that we're going to get. Parent-in-laws are probably going to tear up. My wife's going to tear up. And who knows? I might tear up too.
Oh.
Speaking of which, because you were saying that nowadays Friday prayers have been cancelled as well. Is there anything online for you to do? Because we have online church, like we have a live stream of our church masses going on every Saturday and Sundays. Is there such a thing?
Yeah. To pray together online, there's no such thing as that. So the only online thing what the mosques are doing now is just giving out what do you call it? They just preach lah. They just do the classes and lectures and things like that. Yeah, the sermons and things like that. But when it comes to praying, everybody prays at home lah. The normal, regular, for 5 times a day lah. That's what we're doing lah.
Okay.
How is everyone else celebrating Raya? I mean, like, we'd love to see, because we have our own idea of what Ramadan or how we're doing our buka puasa and fasting. How is everyone else doing it? If you're tuning in to us from Indonesia or Singapore, or someone was in Texas, how are you doing it? Any ideas on how to actually make your Raya a bit more festive, even though you're at home? Please tell us on our Facebook live chat right now, and we'd love to go through it as well. Now, let's move on to something that I know a lot of people have been trying to escape, the challenges. How have you been doing with all your... my whistle's horrible, by the way. I still can't whistle to save my life.
Do it now.
Really can't do it?
Okay, be prepared for a lot of liquid to hit the camera. I got a little bit. I'm going to work on it.
Why don't you whistle without the finger? Can you try to whistle without the finger?
That one.
Without the fingers in your mouth?
Hey, you got it, what?
It's okay.
I can hear it. I can hear it.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
No songs there, but
it's better than what I can do.
Okay, let's just recap for those who just joined us. Last week when we were on Facebook Live, we actually sort of challenged everyone to pick up a new skill, right? This before this next Facebook Live, and JD's new skill was supposed to be whistling because he couldn't whistle. I guess
still trying.
Oh my god, we heard that, JD. Okay. So JD's still trying. What was Soraya's?
I don't know. I can't whistle either. Did I have a skill that I was supposed to learn? I think it was just
you.
What was my skill supposed to be?
I can't remember now.
I think it was just like, if you pick up a skill, share it. I haven't picked up any new skills, but I have started learning to use a bucket to lift as a weight.
All right.
A bucket?
I don't think
in water?
Yeah,
right.
It's not a skill, but it's just something that I tried doing, and it actually is pretty effective. So
that's a life hack right there.
Yeah, it really is, because I have no dumbbells. My exercise mat is borrowed from my mom. I don't have any equipment at all. So it's like, okay, time to improvise. I filled the bucket maybe with maybe almost halfway, and it's actually really heavy. It's a very effective weight. What you do is you put...
to do the deadlifts, is it? Are you doing deadlifts?
Not bicep curls. But it's
okay.
But it's hard because then when you put it down, the bucket knocks against your leg.
Yeah, and be careful where you put the bucket, because you don't accidentally kick the bucket, right?
Oh my God, JD. I got that.
I thought you were going to say because you don't want to spill the water everywhere, but I
don't know. Okay.
Belle, did you?
I didn't get it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, Belle, what about you? Did you have a new skill that you wanted to learn, or you wanted to show us, or?
I have it on video. I will put it up on our Facebook very, very shortly.
Fantastic. Well, I think so I think last week I was mentioning how I don't think I want to learn any new skill, but I will show you something over here that I have. Basically, my son sees me as this very skillful person. All right. Sometimes I feel scared, because my son wants to do. Aya, can we build a robot? You're the best at building a robot. I don't know where he got the idea from. Can you draw this, draw that? So one day we came out with an art lesson. So this is what we came up with. He said he wanted to draw the galaxy.
wow. That's actually pretty
Alright,
good.
So yeah,
The sun is very brown, lah.
yeah. So this is me and him working on it together. So I drew the Saturn over there. Do you know where Saturn is? Which one it is? Can you tell?
The one with
Saturn
the
is the one with
rings?
the red circle, red ring.
Yeah, the red
Hi.
circle. So that's me drawing that. He did the sun by himself. So when it comes to me and my painting skills, this is how it looks like. Okay, but my son thinks the world of me. He thinks I'm the most skillful artist in the world. So that's what I've been working on. That's what I've been working on.
What's it, the solar system? Sorry, I got disconnected just then.
Oh,
Yeah, the solar
Yeah, the
system.
solar
So that's
system.
one of the things we painted. Other
There's-
things that he's asked me to do is like can we sculpt? He's been asking me to do these things where you would usually take years to harness and learn the skill, to master the skill, right? So he would ask me, can we sculpt a rabbit, for example? I'm like, what? How am I supposed to do that? So he wants me to do all that. So eventually I'll probably have to take up, YouTube lessons to learn how to do it, just to prove that I'm a great dad.
yeah, there are so many things you can learn on YouTube. Apparently, one of my friends was telling me you can make ice cream with just milk, ice, and salt. And she learned that on YouTube.
Wow, really?
And
So it's going to be salty ice cream.
No, so you don't put the salt into the milk, but you put it in with the ice, and apparently it turns the milk into ice cream in a matter of 5 minutes. So
Wow.
Wow.
yeah, so that you
Alright.
can learn all kinds of things from YouTube, really.
Mm.
All right, it's a buka puasa idea for me then, man.
Yeah, homemade ice cream, and Ali's
Yeah.
actually involved.
Yeah, let me
in-
just say hi to some of the people who joined us. Hui
Hey.
Keaton Power, Joel Go, Ida, Leong
Ida.
Sang, Christina Chong. Let me see. Ooh, JD, how are you chatting with people on Facebook Live while on
Hey.
Facebook Live?
People multitask,
Oh,
Don't
yo,
play,
yo.
play.
Wow.
There's a message from Teh Wo T who says that during the quarantine time, it is considered normal to talk to your walls, plants, and pots.
Yeah,
Kindly
that's what I've been
contact
doing.
Only if they reply. That's what the Psychiatric Association says.
I
If you
talk to my
start
plants
hearing
all
a
the time, though.
reply, yeah, but if you start hearing a reply from your plants, then it's time to call the psychiatrist office.
I have arguments with my plants, man. I'm like,
Hey,
why are you
listen,
doing
hey,
this
look.
lie?
I talk to myself all the time, even without the MCO. I mean, if you ask anybody who's seen me going on air from outside, they might think I'm going a bit cuckoo, a bit crazy, because you see, I'm while I'm working, I'm talking to myself on what am I going to do now. All right, there's a caller coming in. Okay, I'm going to edit this part. I'm going to put the sound bite here, and then after that, all of a sudden, the system just tries to look for trouble with you. The system just jams up a little bit, and then I go, and people can see that. I think from outside, people are looking at, I think this guy is about to turn into the Hulk, or something like that. So, and I don't realize all this because I'm just doing it. But some have commented saying, they whenever I'm on air, they don't want to come in and say hello, just a simple hello, because they think I'm angry all the time. But actually, it's just me and my focused face.
I think
So
what you do is you vocalize your internal, your thought process. Because a lot of us, we just think internally, right, in the brain.
yeah.
But you
Yeah.
vocalize it. So that's why it seems like you're talking to yourself. So
Yeah, but selective vocalize. If I vocalize everything, it can be pretty dangerous, I don't want to vocalize everything.
Hey,
But yeah,
Cecilia from Belle's hometown.
hi, Cecilia
Oh.
from Kuching. You know what? I just found a shop near my place that sells very authentic Sarawakian cuisines, Sarawakian food.
God. So
I mean, I know
good.
it's a bit rude to talk about food right now, so we will
No,
save
that's
that
fine.
for another day.
Yeah. But where is everyone from? I tell you what, can everyone just quickly do an update on your own? Just comment, where are you from? And we'd
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
to see
We'll
how things are at your place. And we'd love
Yep.
to try to connect with you as well.
So we know
And
I
Desmond
must say-
from Singapore.
Quick
Sorry.
one, yeah, guys. Is because I don't know whether it's every state or everywhere, are hardware stores open where you guys are?
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
this is
I'm
what
trying to
I
figure
was
this out
wondering.
forever.
I was just wondering about this yesterday because I read that now veterinary clinics are open, right? And you can take
Yes.
your pets to the
Yeah.
vet. So
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that's cool for pet owners, but are the hardware stores open?
Yeah.
That's what
I
Do
was
you
looking
need
for-
to use something urgently, Soraya?
Yeah. No,
Um,
actually, I think we all
actually-
need something urgently.
Yeah, little bits and pieces of things around the house that, it's like now I've got the time to actually fix them. But
Mhm.
if the hardware store isn't open, I don't know how I'm gonna.
Can electricians come in? Because I've got power issues right now. My one of the water heaters, the switch has gone off, and I'm like, can I fix this? Life hack is one thing, playing around with all your food and whatever is one thing, but I don't know about electrical stuff, So
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know whether
I don't
mean,
know.
like,
Yeah.
plumbers and stuff like this. I think that is kind of essential, don't you think?
Yeah, if your toilet's stuck, then it's definitely essential. But I
know,
don't
right?
Yeah. Chong Yi
Yeah.
Hao just messaged saying that he's listening in from Taiping, and in Perak, hardware stores opens on Tuesdays and Fridays, 8 till 6.
Yeah, so if it's
I
not
know
open
it
here,
depends
you're
on the
asking Chong
state.
Yi.
Yeah, I think it depends on the state as well. Because the last I read, in Selangor, it opens on Mondays and Fridays. I'm not sure though, because I haven't been out.
Okay.
So we
All
have
right.
to check. Yeah.
There is hope. I can go to a hardware store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Julie
thought they would.
Thoreau?
The one I want to go to, the famous Mr. something something. Well,
Uh-huh.
on one end, their website says they're open, and I went to the one that was supposed to be open here. It's not so, and I'm like, oh man, I
Did you
need
check
stuff.
Did you check if they said that it's specific stores that are open during those
Yeah.
days?
I went to the.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Maybe it's specific hours that I need to check with us.
Yeah.
Maybe they close.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
because I don't know.
Julie
What I need
Thoreau-
is like a LAN cable. I need like an internet cable because everyone knows I've been having internet issues here, right? So I think hardware stores might have it. I don't know. If not,
They have
computer stores
everything.
need to be open.
You might need
Yeah.
computer stores for that, no?
Yeah. If a computer
Yeah.
store is open, Sham, get your laptop and
Yeah,
sort that out.
we'll
Get a
see.
cable.
I got a lot of things to get. All right. I mean, I need to get the Raya clothing now. I got to get laptop. I am having trouble prioritizing now. We'll see lah.
Okay.
Maybe I might just settle my phone. But also,
You can buy
Also-
Raya clothes online.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
The thing about me is, okay, when it comes to me and things I'm going to put on, like shoes, like clothes and things like that, I can never do it online because I might get the wrong kind of size, and then I'll get this feeling where I'm just so dissatisfied with what I bought, right? So I always need to go back to the mall and actually put it on and try it on. I just do not like buying things like that online. Food, I'm okay with it.
Same here.
Maybe laptops and all, I should be all right with it because, as long as I got good reviews, it is a trusted reseller, and then it's something that people have used before, then it's fine. But when it comes to clothes, I can't lie. I can't do the whole online clothing thing. Because even the different brands of shoes, I've just realized this about myself. When I go to this brand, for example, brand A, so I can use a size 11 UK, right? But when I go to this brand, size 11 UK is just too small for me.
Yeah.
I've got to go 12 or 11.5.
I know how you feel.
And I just
Yeah.
and my dad will ask me, what 11 is 11 UK or US? What's the
It's
problem?
true. I can attest to that because my son, in this 1 month, his feet have grown like a size bigger. So all his shoes, all his sandals, he can't wear. So I thought, okay, I'll buy online, and I bought this sports brand. So his shoe currently is 8 child. So I thought I'd buy 9 child, so just one size up, but a different sports brand. But when that came, it was like the 3 size larger than the 8C of the other brand.
Did they accidentally send you the adult 9?
No. It's a kid size, but it's a different size. So different brands have different sizing. So I don't know why they do that because they're supposed to be universal, right?
Yeah.
Have you been buying stuff online, Soraya?
Well, the last thing that I bought was the mic that didn't work. So
Oh yeah.
Yes, yeah. Okay, I bought a rice cooker. I bought a French press because my coffee French press broke. And you know what?
Right.
10 days passed and they didn't ship it at all. So I just canceled my order.
Yeah, a lot of
Oh, I
things.
see.
A lot of
Wow.
things I order hasn't arrived yet, so
Yeah.
I'm wondering what things are stuck
But
in, I don't know, customs or whatever.
yeah, by the way,
Mm.
according to I'm looking at according to Colleen
Comments.
Daphne Chung, she according to her, Mondays to Thursday hardware stores are open. I mean, she puts
Yeah, that's what
there
I thought, right?
Mondays
Wonderful
and Thursdays.
news.
Is it
I
Mondays to
checked.
Thursday or Mondays and Thursdays hardware stores?
Mondays.
That's
I
It's
think it's
what
Mondays
she's
and
Mondays
saying.
Thursdays.
and Thursdays. Today's
Yeah.
Monday. You know what that means, guys?
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
bye.
Okay.
Go later
just
lah. Ayo.
wanted to also read this comment from Grace Chi, who says that for shoes, it's best to check the measurement instead of sizes.
Yeah, because initially I thought that both were sports brands, so they probably would have the same, same sizes. So from 8C, I bought 9C, but it came very, very different.
But you know what they
Yeah.
say about guys with big feet, big shoes, right?
No,
They wear big socks. What were you
Oh yeah,
thinking?
true.
Yeah,
That's true, man. That's true.
yeah,
It's just a
exactly.
fact.
What
It's
were you
just a fact.
thinking? My
It's just a fact.
goodness, your minds, I tell you.
I don't
Anyway,
know. What were you
I just
trying
wanna
to say?
No, so Ryan's face is like, "Ooh, JD, I don't know whether you should do this." Right?
So I just want to reset what we have we have achieved today, which is there was a challenge that that JD has that JD has posted for me, which is to let my hair grow, to let my all my facial hair grow, not shave until the end of the movement
Am I doing this as
control
well?
order.
Yeah, for both
I
of you.
guess so. I
both
think
of
we're
you.
both doing it.
Okay,
We're
we're okay,
both
cool.
doing it.
All right,
You
we're
can't
doing
trim
it.
so
your
we're both-
beard because I know you trim your mustache. Although
Yeah,
you
I couldn't take it
you
anymore.
told
That
me
day I
that
had
you
to
were
shave.
doing
Yeah, because I'm like
So I just
I'm
have to
an
let it
animal.
go, right? We have to let it
Yeah.
go, right?
Yeah,
All
let
right,
it
cool.
let
Don't
it
worry.
But at
grow.
my age, dude,
let it go.
other things grow.
Let it
You know.
go.
I have like hair growing out of my ears and stuff. It's weird. My
That-
God,
You-
age is
you
just
look-
weird.
Even
If
that
that
can't
one-
be groomed.
Oh, come on.
No.
That one has
Come
to
on.
not the ear
No,
hair.
no,
Come
no,
on.
no. You said that we can't groom anywhere, so you can't groom anywhere either.
Yeah.
Oh my
Not
god,
even
nose
really?
hair
ah?
just
from
start
your
poking
nose
out of
or
your
whatever.
nostrils.
Yeah.
Oh,
I look like Dobby from Harry Potter. No.
oh man. No, we got well.
Okay.
I've seen because now the thing why I'm worried about the hair that's coming out from the ears because you look as you grow older, this might happen to a lot
It
of
will.
the senior
It will,
citizens,
yeah.
right? So you've seen a lot, right? So if they don't trim it, they don't take care of it, you can see it coming out. But for me, I don't. But for me, I have seen just one strand coming out, and I'm getting worried already. So when
It's
I see
one.
that, I'm trimming it. Yeah.
It's just
So
one
if you're
sticking out.
yeah, just one sticking out like that. So
It's
if you
too
come
tempting
closer,
not-
then you
Yeah. I feel like if you just see one, it's like you want to pluck it even more. When it's just a bunch, you're like, well, what
Can you
I
imagine
do?
the next FB live? Sham's gonna be like, so anyway, just doing it one hair.
Next FB Live, Sham
Oh
plucks
my
his ear hairs
Oh.
live on air.
no. All right, and also since we're still on here, I just want to plug in a thing that we have on the Drive Show this whole week. It's very interesting. It's very nice. I think a lot of people, you see, we are all staying at home now, including international artists. So they've decided to also entertain people by being at home. So they've got all this studio set up at home and all because are they rich and all, right? So they are starting to play songs, to play music. So what we've done is we've compiled all of that, and we've put it into a 1 hour show. It's called the LITE live session, which you can hear between 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. I think today, what I'm also interested, I think you'll be interested to see is also the Keith Urban song where he covers, Steve Winwood's "Higher Love," and
I saw
I saw.
Steve Winwood's "Higher Love" earlier, right? Brian,
Yeah, well, you can.
Brian will.
Well, you're going really well. You're going to get that in the Keith Urban version for the LITE live session because I think it sounds very fresh. It sounds very different. It's a live kind of music with limited, without the band. Sometimes it's them. Sometimes it could probably be a cappella. So it's just very interesting. So it happens 4 to 5 p.m. It's called the LITE live session for this whole week. Hope you enjoy that one later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since you are plugging your drive, I'm going to
Yeah.
plug something which is happening tomorrow as well on the LITE breakfast. Well, not
Fantastic.
really the breakfast segment. At 4 p.m., we are going to go on Facebook Live with Dr. Raj Bans. So this is our version of the free clinic. If you have any medical questions at all, come on to our Facebook page, fb.lite.my at 4 p.m. We JD and I will be on live with Dr. Raj Bans. So if you have any medical questions at all, you can just ask him there and then, and he will answer it for you. So this is part of our HealthWise free clinic Facebook Live session tomorrow at 4.
And since everyone's plugging something, I'll just plug.
Go ahead.
I'll just plug the fact that we're going to be back again next Monday at 11 a.m. same time. We will be live on Facebook, probably updating each other on how we're doing with our challenges, learning new skills, maybe watching Sham pluck his ear hair. So we'll be back next Monday.
Sometimes I wonder, like with the senior citizens, right? With the seniors, when they have a lot of.
What are you talking about me?
Yeah, the senior right there, the senior that we have here, right? When you have too much ear hair, does it like can you hear anything? Does it muffle the sound like coming into your ear?
Oh yeah, JD, can you?
No, it's not in the ear. It's on the side. It's here at the top. It's not in the ear.
No,
because I have it growing here. It's not actually in there.
Though.
The one that's growing that. No, that's not me though. I'm actually okay. The one that's growing, and Desmond actually mentioned it earlier, is the nose hair. You have to let me trim my nose hair, because if I don't trim it, I can't breathe. So okay, I'll show you.
Okay, we don't want to see it now. We don't want to see it. Okay, we'll let you trim your nose hair then, because I don't want to see it.
Yeah, that's the exception. Okay, we'll allow you to do that.
All right. So
yeah. I mean, who knows? But since we're plugging everybody as well, we'd like to plug the fact that thank you, the listeners. Thank you so much for being with us. You have been great. You have been connecting with us, and it just makes our lives so much more fulfilled, because we do this show and sometimes we wonder how you guys feel, and then to actually hear you guys chat with us here, it's been great. Thank you so much. I just want to remind everyone, stay at home. MCO has been extended to May 12th. Selamat berpuasa to all our Muslim friends and family. Don't waste food. Actually, no Ramadan bazaars, you don't overbuy food, so you get to save on money as well. So love your family, hang out at home, watch lots of TV, and of course, most importantly, keep tuning into LITE.
All right. Once around, any of you want to say anything else?
I read a quote recently that was posted on our LITE Instagram, which says staying positive doesn't mean that you have to be happy all the time. It's just you stay positive by looking forward to doing something that you like in the future, So stay positive. Doesn't mean that you have to be happy all the time. You can have your ups and downs, but you have to keep trudge on, keep trucking on, Keep swimming, just keep swimming. Yeah.
That's a good way. Well, I just want to wrap it up by reading some of the really positive comments that we're seeing here. And thank you so much. Leong Seng says that although the MCO is tough on everyone, at least we're able to tune into LITE. Thanks for the good work and take care. And I think it's comments like that that really, motivate us to keep doing what we're doing while we stay at home. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining us this morning.
Sham,
what about you?
I just want to say to people who are in a relationship, where their husband, their wives, there are also children at home 24/7. I know it's tough. I think Bella and I have already shared how tough it can be, how challenging emotionally for both partners to go through this. But I think what we have to do is just accept that this is how things are, It goes along the lines of what Belle said about positivity. You don't always have to be happy all the time.
Yeah.
But you just have to accept that, you have to go through this. And eventually, I do believe that once this MCO is over, once we have really got rid of the COVID-19 situation, we will go back to the normal self. But for now, we just have to accept the reality that we're in and just hang in there. Just enjoy it. All right. That's all I got to say.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
More relaxing favorites on LITE. Yes, exactly. Keep tuning in. And you can tune in to us on the Shock app. That's SYOK. Go download it right now. This is LITE. And most importantly, I think the most important lesson that we can pick up from today's session is I love Man United.
I knew it was going to be something like that. I knew it was going to be something selfish like that. Yeah, I knew it
All
was gonna be
right.
something like
Thank
that.
you so much.
Take care, guys.
for joining
Thank you,
us.
Bye-bye.
everybody. Have a
next
good week
Monday-
ahead.
Yeah, next Monday,
You
another
guys.
live session at 11 o'clock. And
11, yeah.
tomorrow, 4 o'clock with Dr. Raj Bans. And Sham's live session.
Exactly. Yes.
Take care, guys.
See ya. Bye.